What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey back out with some more of the Chris Watts videos. And this one today is obviously been asked by you guys, hundreds and not thousands of you guys, with the interviews that we've been looking at, which we're going to be looking at more interviews in the future. But this one is the Chris Watts interview with, well, not the Chris Watts interview, but the Frederick Police Department interview Sam Paisley, a friend of the Watts family, but mostly on Shanann. Acquaintances with Chris Watts. Chris Watts obviously kept to himself most of the time. But apparently the information that she has is definitely not a bombshell, but it's definitely something that we need to look at. So with that being said, before we go any further, if you guys could do me a solid favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that wiper icon down at the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that Zwokey myself has posted that video, and then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, I'm so thankful for all of you guys. Keep doing what you guys are doing, and we'll continue to keep growing together, and hopefully one day hit that 100K goal. We are looking at the Footsteps of Murder channel. They are the ones that have this interview, and I would like you guys to go over to their channel, give them some love, subscribe, comment, like, and share. You know the deal. And with that being said, let's get into the video. Footsteps of Murder. Please go subscribe to them. I'm going to go through all the interviews from the Watts case and insert my thoughts. If I hear anything odd to me, these thoughts will be, in my opinion, only. Please also leave your thoughts if you hear anything that makes you think. Thank you. That's why I do these videos, these commentary, the reactions. I've also done my own videos, so if you want to go check those out, it's in the playlist of the crime content, but I definitely want to hear this interview. Frederick Police Department speaks with Sam Paisley. Shanann and Sam haven't spoken. Whoa. Haven't spoken since the 18th of July, 2018. No reason was given for this. Well, they probably just didn't talk to each other. Where did Sam Paisley live? I'm guessing in Colorado.
Hello?
Hi, is this Sam?
It is?
Hi, Sam. It's Officer James, Frederick PD. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. We're looking for Shanann, as I'm sure you've heard.
Okay, so at this moment, they don't know, or nobody knows, that she has been murdered. So she's in the missing part of this time frame. So probably within August 13th to August 14th.
Yeah, I've been glued to my phone and talking to everybody as much as I can.
Okay. I was just wondering if you had any information you could pass on to us that you think may be helpful or something like that. Do you live in Colorado?
Yeah. I don't. I live in Maryland.
Okay.
But we work
Maryland
together, and we're friends. We talk.
I lived in Maryland for half a year, military reasons.
That nothing makes sense to me.
Okay, when was the last time you talked to her?
Actually, I haven't talked to her since July 18th, and that was via text, but, before that, we talked a lot. She was really close with my best friend, though, Addie.
I just tried calling
Addie,
and her phone went straight to voicemail. Where does Addie live?
Addie lives here near me in Maryland, down the road from me. She's on a plane right now. She lands in about 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Where's she going?
She's coming home.
Oh, to Maryland?
She was with Shanann in Arizona.
How do you say her name?
Cindy.
Say it again.
Shanann.
Shanann, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. That's okay. Everybody says it wrong.
They say Shanann.
She was with her in Arizona?
Yep. So was Cindy Durosset. Do you have her phone number too?
I don't.
I'm going to give that to you.
Ooh, another person we need to look at.
Okay.
We had a training out there, and so Shanann is part of my team, and Addie is part of my team, and so Addie is her leader, and I'm theirs, kind of, I guess.
Okay.
So they went out there and did a training, and we're out there this weekend, and I know that Nikki dropped her off this morning.
Is that how you guys know each other?
Morning. So so this morning, so they're talking on the 13th.
Laval, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We became really close too. I mean, I've been to Colorado to their home, and I know Chris. We've been on lots of trips and getaways to Mexico and New Orleans, all kinds of places that our company we've earned through the company.
Okay.
So I guess knowing her, so much of this does not make sense to me. She's a very meticulous person. She's very routine. Nothing's ever off.
Okay.
So like when I just talking to the girls, Addie and them telling me that like Chris pulled the truck up to the garage at 5-something in the morning. For me, that's
even they knew.
Very weird because that her daughter's bedroom's above the garage. She would never have wanted her to be woken up, the dog to bark, stuff like that.
Right.
She's somebody who would have a phone, her purse, her everything. Like she would never leave her kid's medicine. Like she had a doctor's appointment this morning. Like this is not her. This is not. I mean, I don't know.
Has she expressed?
I really wish we could ask these ladies, the ones that we've seen before, about Nicole and see what they say.
Anything to you when you last talked to her, or recently in the last few months?
Not to me, but definitely to Addie. And I'm not sure about Cindy, but I think Cindy as well.
Okay.
I'm in a group text with Cindy and Addie right now. They're both my best friends, and we're really having a hard time figuring this out.
Right. Well, if you would let Addie know.
Yeah, I do know one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
That, I mean, I'm telling you what Addie has been telling me because I know you can't reach her right now, but you'll hear this from her. That I know she and Chris expressed he didn't want the baby, and in the last 4 weeks, weird things were happening. Like, I know Chris to be a great father, a great husband, very involved. He does the laundry, he cooks, he takes care of the kids, he helps her. He's so helpful, like more than any man I've ever known. And in the last 4 weeks, Addie told me, everyone's kind of, not everyone, but those that know are saying that things have happened and weird things with him that aren't like him.
Like, did she have examples?
Yeah, for instance, I have the video of, her telling him that they were pregnant and how happy he was, and he cried, and then for him to say now that he wants a separation and he didn't want the baby.
It's NK, I'm telling you.
For what Addie told me, those are strange things to us. And then I think it was Saturday night, he went to a baseball game with his buddies, and then he said he told Shanann he went and got dinner and a beer, and he told her he had a salmon and a beer, like salmon dinner and beer. And she found it weird that
more money.
Like the bill, when she looked at the bank statement or whatever, came to like $60-something, which seemed like a lot.
Right.
So what I told Addie, I talked to Nikki and I talked to Addie.
I think it also went downhill too when he wasn't really hiding her anymore. Well, to an extent, but when Shanann knew that there was somebody else, that's when I think it just went south even faster because of that reason. And the other reason is because Chris wanted to spend more time with Nikki. And if she was home back from the vacation that she had in North Carolina, he couldn't spend as much time with Nicole anymore. So he's like, well, one of them's got to go. And unfortunately, he murdered his wife instead of Nicole. Well, he would have never murdered her because she was the one that wanted to be the main person, not the secondary.
Addie today about that because, like, the first thing, obviously I have my own gut feelings and stuff, and I'm thinking, well, maybe he's cheating. And I said,
Everybody.
What was the name of the restaurant? What time did you leave? And apparently it was, and I said, well, maybe we can see if he was alone at the restaurant, because if there was someone with him, that might play a big role in this. And so Nikki told me the restaurant. It's in Westminster.
Okay.
Hold on, let me look at my phone, okay? I'll tell you the name of it.
Lazy dog. There's a lot of people talking.
Put it down here.
Man, word traveled fast.
It was... Sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to pull it up, and I have my Wi-Fi. Oh, I think she told me that it was the Rusty Bucket.
Rusty Bucket is not the restaurant Chris was at. He was at the Lazy Dog restaurant in Westminster with Nicole. But they did talk about the Rusty Bucket, though. Where did I remember them talking about the Rusty Bucket? I'm going to have to look back into that. Or was she talking
The Rusty Bucket.
bad about the Rusty Bucket?
Okay.
And Nikki said something about, I can't recall the time exactly, but apparently, like, she said something like it looked as if he, like, paid at 8-something at night, but then I guess the babysitter's saying, like, he didn't get home until 2 hours later, maybe.
Because he probably went somewhere with Nicole, probably back to the house to do some weird crap. So he paid it at 8-something for the meals. Shanann must have got the time from the credit card entry. They probably went back to her house.
Has really been on my mind, and I don't know about that. But I keep on thinking.
Was it the Rockies game that he went to? The Colorado Rockies?
He was invited to a
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, baseball. On Saturday night.
Okay.
And then, but yeah, the bill seemed kind of high to have a beer and a salmon dinner. But, you know, it's more like a bill for two.
Right.
So I thought, and I don't know. I don't like, and I don't want to have hearsay, but these are things that, you know, Addie was telling me, or Nikki, who dropped her off and was the one that went to the house today. I've talked to both of them, and I know that the man was on medication, and she wouldn't have left her medication.
Do you know what she was on medication for?
Yeah, nausea, because she's pregnant.
Right. And do you know how far she is?
15 weeks.
I'm trying to think. Let's see, maybe 4 months.
Okay.
4, 5 months. 4, maybe going on 5, I would say.
Well, you said Addie
15
lands in
or 15
2.5
weeks.
hours or so?
Did you hear the whispering? Hold on. There's whispering?
I would say.
Well, you said Addie lands in 2.5 hours or so?
Whispering. Hmm.
Yeah, I was just talking to her. She said, I don't get into DWI till 3. You can text her if you're able to, but she definitely can text because she has Wi-Fi and we were talking as soon as you called me.
No, I'm trying to. It's almost 10 o'clock here.
It's 11:42 here.
So yeah, I'll give you a phone number.
Okay, hold on 1 second. And then I also want to give you Cindy's phone number too.
Okay.
I want to find Cindy's interview.
Yeah, I'll give you a phone number and have Addie. You said Addie and her are really good friends?
Yes, very close. And Addie knows. Oh, Addie's really one that knows a lot, if not everything.
We haven't looked into completely Addie's interview, but we've looked at Lauren's, we've looked at Troy's, we looked at Chris Watts' best friend. There's some other ones that I would like to look at. So
Going on with their marriage, and Shanann really confides in her a lot.
Yeah, so I'll give you a phone number. Text Addie to call me when she lands.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm doing it right now with you on the phone.
And the number I'm giving you is to our dispatch center. And just have her ask for Officer James, James, with Frederick Police Department. And they'll get the message to me.
Okay.
And that number is 720. Tell her to ask for Officer James of Frederick Police, and they'll get me the message, and I'll return her call.
Okay, and then I just put that in my text with Cindy and Addie. Did you want Cindy to call you as well?
Is Cindy on the plane with her?
No, she's in Arizona.
No, I'll call Cindy if you can give me her phone number.
I wonder if that was ever showcased, Cindy's interview.
Okie dokie. And if you
And her last name is Derosset.
spell it for me.
Derossett.
Anybody can find that interview?
Derossett?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so have Addie call me when she lands. I'm going to call Cindy. That number's good for you, too, if you can think of anything after we get off the phone and you want to say anything else, you can call that number, too. And they can get me a message.
Except for, like, this was such a complete shock to me, but when I'm hearing everything and it's not making sense. Did you talk to Chris? How about Christina? Did you talk to her?
Nope.
She has an accent. Like she lives in Hawaii.
She does live in Hawaii?
She does.
Okay, so she's probably awake still then.
Yeah, and she actually lived with them for 2 months.
Okay, yeah.
Them. Okay.
She's on my list to call.
Oh, I need to look at that one.
Good. Okay, good.
And then is a Sam Paisley? That's what I'm talking to now. That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Paisley.
Yep. So I gotta check you off my list. Okay. So yeah, Sam, if you have anything else that you can think of, just call that number and they'll get the message to me. Okay?
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everything.
Yep.
So, definitely interesting that they were mentioning that there might have been whispering going on when she was talking. I mean, she could have been whispering to children or her spouse or who knows, but I don't think that's what's in consideration. The consideration is that she saw it. Like, she's like, wait, the things are not adding up. Things don't look right and so forth because it didn't make sense. Chris was like, oh, they just left. I don't know where they went. Some people were like, oh, Shanann's punishing Chris, which is idiotic to even think about. Chris's parents think that and Nicole that she left to punish Chris, which is, again, like I said, idiotic to think about. Definitely there's not a lot that they had in this or this interview, but pretty much she said the same thing, that Chris was this great guy, he was a great father, and that's what leaves me to believe that maybe he didn't murder his girls. Not saying that he's getting away with anything that he did, because I just think that somebody else murdered the girls, and when I say somebody else, I mean NK. But again, with the dark entity that we've always talked about, and she talked to this sex therapist and so forth, and oh man, it's just when I feel like I'm getting closer, I hear another part of the case or the interview, and I just feel like I'm thrown up in the air without any connections again. So I wish they would have been asked, like, what do you know about NK? I mean, we still don't know about NK because this is just fairly new, but I would wish that they would go back in and investigate Nicole like we always talked about, but ask the people, what do you think about NK? Do you think she was involved? Do you think this? I wish they would have done that. So with Sam Paisley's interview crossed off our list, who else do you want me to look into when it comes to an interview? Let me know down in the description below. Don't forget to like the video. Go over to Footsteps of Murder. Go give them some love. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. And we will see you guys in the next video. So please take care, be safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys in the next video.